Okay, so we're going to take this toward Firefly this week, or Tittibhasana. So this is going to get very deep into the hips. So working through the inner thighs, the hamstrings. You're definitely going to open your hips quite a bit. We'll get to the pose at the very end of the class. 2 demonstrations before we start here. Everything prepping toward the pose. And once we get in the main part of the flow, we're going to start this in downward facing dog. And as usual for the Firefly flow, we're going to start this with a series of frog hops. So just to review this from here, you can take this, you can keep it down low, or you can take it up pretty high toward inversion. If you like, it's up to you. This is all about warming things up. And I'm going to start this out keeping things low. And the big difference here is how high your feet really go up off the floor. So you're going to hop from your down dog. I want you to try to get your hips high in the air, whether or not you lift the feet that high or not, but just pressing your hands. And if you look at my feet, they don't have to lift all that much. You're going to take an inhale here. With the exhale, just bend the knees, look forward, hop this forward. Land on your toes, land with your knees wide, be springy because you can do it 3 times each round, and then you'll step it right back. And if you want to take this toward inversion, you can take this to the other extreme. Same cueing, deep inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, hop forward, and still land on your toes and try to land this as lightly as you can. We'll do that 3 times, and then we'll move through the sequence from there. Now, at the end of the sequence, we are going to take this right into the flying lizard setup here, because this does engage the inner thighs quite well, and you've got the option to take this toward a half firefly if you're open enough. If your hips are tight, if your hamstrings are tight, don't sweat the half firefly thing. But get into this in this flying lizard shape, because it will get into the inner thighs. It's not comfortable. And if you're tight, that's the whole point, all right? Just to get into this a little bit deeper, because you're going to need that sort of openness to actually approach firefly at the end. So from here, you're going to stay in your forward fold. And then one of your legs goes around one of your arms. My left leg's going around my left arm. Left foot between my hands from the front, bring both palms down flat. And then I'll lift my right heel and put the right knee and my right arm from behind, just like crow. Now from here, I want you to just lift that front foot, squeeze the arm that the leg's wrapping around, let yourself sink down to that side. And this is really what we're looking for here. If you don't get any further, that's fine. Just stay with this. Keep the leg squeezing your arm. Try to just let your weight settle in. And you will definitely feel this in the inner thigh. Now, if you want to balance it, lean forward. See about lifting that back foot. And if you want to take it toward half firefly, then that front leg, you're going to keep the leg pulled in because there's really no choice. But if you can extend the leg straight, try to reach to your big toe, and you'll get the same sort of hip opening here and same work on the inner thigh. But just take that as best you can. And really, if your hips are tight, if your hamstrings are tight, you can try that, but don't get too hung up about going all the way to a straight leg. It takes a lot to get into that, and I've only been able to pull that off for the last few years myself, even though I've been practicing this for a long time. So just feel things out. All right, so to get this started, bring yourself to a seat. And let's start this in Baddha Konasana. So that's soles, feet together, knees out wide. And we're going to take a moment here just to warm things up before we settle in. So I want you to take a longer diamond shape than you actually need to bring yourself upright. So let the feet slide forward just a little bit extra. And then keep your feet active. So curl the toes away from each other. Keep your feet tense. Set your hands down behind you. And then use your hands so you can start to lean this forward. Now I want you to press your low back forward, draw in through your belly, round your low ribs, engage your core to lengthen your spine, and try to straighten up your low back or even find the arch. Now hold on to that engagement in your core, keep your feet tense, and then from here just start to butterfly your knees. Now most people's hips are tighter, so the knees are lifted, so the activation is pressing the knees toward the floor and then releasing as they come back up. And if you happen to be more flexible and the knees are already low, then your active portion is going to be to lift them and let them just drop down. But try to move the legs as fast as you can. Keep the feet pressing together. Keep the toes curled away from each other. And still keep that tension through your core as much as possible. We're just warming things up here. And then just let the legs settle in place. Now bring yourself upright, and if you're able, you can slide the feet in a little bit closer, but be sure you can actually tilt your pelvis forward and hold yourself upright without too much effort. Relax around the hips as best you can. Just bring your hands to the floor at your sides for a little stability here. And sink your shoulders down. Extend the crown of the head up toward the ceiling. Pull your chin in just a little bit. And then close your eyes. So just give yourself a moment to settle in. Let your mind quiet down. And then just start to deepen your breathing here. So with the inhales, pull in as much air as you can. Try to fill up your lungs. Hold on to all that breath at the top. When you exhale, constrict the back of your throat. So slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work to make your exhales last at least as long as the inhales as you breathe. And just keep breathing like this. You just stop. When you're ready, you take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, just open your eyes. And then just go slow. With an inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, reach us up high. Exhale, hands through center again. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale through center. And once your hands are down, set the right hand down behind you and twist. Bring the left arm outside your right thigh. Sit up tall. Look back over the right shoulder. Keep your knees wide. And we'll go side to side from here. So just release this. Turn over to the left. Left hand behind. Right arm outside your left thigh. Again, sit up tall. Look over your left shoulder. Use your right arm and push into your left leg. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, switch this out. Come over to the right side again. Right hand to the floor. Push the left arm into the right thigh. Look as far over past the right shoulder as you can. Take an inhale here. And then with the exhale, release and turn left again. Left hand down behind. Right arm outside your left thigh. Crown of the head toward the ceiling. Look back over the left shoulder. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, let this go. Turn over to the right again. Right hand to the floor behind. Left arm outside the right thigh. Crown of the head toward the ceiling. Look back over the right shoulder. Use that left arm. Push into your right leg. And as you're holding this, pull the left knee toward the floor as actively as you can. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, come back through center to the left side one more time. Left hand behind. Right arm pushes into your left thigh. Keep your spine tall. Extend the crown of the head up. Look over your left shoulder. And pull the right knee down toward the floor. Keep your knees wide as you're twisting. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just turn back to center. Now, once you come to center, let's take this into a Jana Shasana setup here to still warm up the hips. So go ahead, extend your left leg straight. Bring the right foot to the sole of the right foot to your inner left thigh. And we're just going to take this back and forth, switching out the left leg. So turn to the right, chest toward your right knee, hands on either side of your right leg. Back and forth with your left leg here. So go ahead, lean right, bend your left knee completely. Bring the left foot to the floor behind you. And then sit up tall. Work to get that left sit bone down. And then lean right. Lift your left leg, extend it out straight. And just back and forth here, lean right again. Bend your left knee. Set the left foot down behind. Bring that left sit bone down toward the floor. Sit this up tall. Keep both feet pressing down. And then lean right. Extend your left leg. One more time. Lean over to the right side. Bend your left knee. So left foot behind. And this time, be sure you're curling the toes of your left foot. Press that foot to the floor. Sink your sit bone down. Move into a little bit of a twist. Look back over your right shoulder. And then go ahead, release this. Lean over to the right, extend your left leg. And then extend the right leg as well and switch this out. So keep the right leg straight, but bend the left knee. Sole the left foot to your inner right thigh. And now turn toward the left knee, hands on either side of your left leg, and we'll take this back and forth. Lean left. Bend the right knee. Bring the foot down behind you. Sit up tall. Bring the right sit bone down low toward the floor. And then lean toward your left leg. Extend your right leg straight for a moment. And then over to your left side again. Bend the right knee, bring the foot down behind. Press the foot to the floor, sink the right sit bone down, stay tall through your spine. And then lean left and extend your right leg straight again. One more time. Lean to the left, bend your right knee, set the foot down behind you. Sit up tall, bring that right sit bone down toward the floor, curl the toes of the right foot, keep the foot tense. Now keep the foot pressing down with your spine tall. Look back over your left shoulder and twist to your best you can. And then release this. Lean left. Go ahead, extend the right leg forward. Extend your left leg as well. Hands down behind you. And go ahead, bend the knees, set your feet down, flat feet about hips width distance apart. Now we're going to set this up for reverse tabletop from here. So hands behind your shoulders, about shoulder width, fingertips out to the sides, right and left. Push down, lift your seat up off the floor. And then let's just take this up and down right away. So with an inhale, press your hips up high, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, sink this back down. Inhale, lift your hips up again. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, press up high. Exhale, sink back down. Inhale, lift your hips. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, press this up high and hold this time. Now keep your glutes squeezing, stay lifted like this. Keep your chest pressing up and look forward. Now we're going to go from this position to lowering, but here's what I want you to do. You're going to bring your knees to one side or the other. So as you hold this, keep looking forward, curl your toes up off the floor and keep them curled. And then sink your hips down, let the knees come down to the right. And then press up high and squeeze your glutes. Sink down, knees over to the left, try to keep your toes curled. Press back up the center. Bring your hips down, knees over to the right side again. Press back up. Bring your hips down, knees over to the left. And press this up again. Sink your hips down, knees over to the right. Press your hips up high. Sink down, knees to the left side. Lift up all the way. Bring your hips down, knees over to the right again. And then press back up. Sink down, knees to your left side. And then lift this up. Now sink down, knees to the right one more time. Press back up again. Sink down, knees to your left side. And then lift up one more time. And then go ahead and sink all the way down. And once you're down, take a moment, shake your hands out a little bit. Now once your hands are ready, go ahead and take hold of your knees. Pull your knees into your chest and lean back. So fold your legs in completely. We want to take this into both. So lean back enough to take the weight off your feet. Now pull the thighs in toward your torso. Press your low back forward. Sit this up with your spine as tall as you can hold. And then from here, bring your knees out wide. You're still sitting up tall. Reach your arms forward between your knees. Now as you reach forward, if you can take this further, lift your feet. Try to get your shins toward parallel with the floor. But either way, keep your knees wide. And still sit this up tall. We're going to go back and forth from here to lowering about halfway. Now as you look forward, lean back, extend your legs, come toward halfway down. And then pull back in, bring the knees toward your shoulders. And then again, sink down toward halfway. And pull the knees back in and lift. Sink back down, extend your legs. Pull the knees in and lift up. Sink down, keep looking forward. Draw the knees in, lift back up. Sink down, extend your legs. Pull back in and lift. Sink down, extend your legs again. And then pull back in. We'll do it 3 more times. Lean back, extend your legs. And then pull back up. Lean back, come down toward halfway. And then pull back in. 1 more time, sink down. Pull back in and hold here. Now as you reach between your knees, take hold of your big toes. And then sit up even taller. Press your low back forward. Try to bring your spine up toward vertical. Maybe just hold here. Now just keep the feet separated like this. And if you want to go further, maybe lift the feet a little bit. Maybe a lot. Still sit this up tall. Tense up around the hinge of your hips. And through your thighs. Keep your gaze forward. Keep breathing. Keep your balance. And then take an inhale. And with the exhale, just release this. Cross the ankles, roll forward your hands, come into all fours. And then once you're in all fours, just move around. Stretch your hands. Stretch your fingers, let the shoulders and hips move side to side and feel this out. And then we'll take this into the wrist. Now just keep your hips stacked over your knees, but walk the hands in close, within about 1 to 2 hands lengths. Make your hands into fists. 4 fingers come into your palms, thumbs outside. Press your fists into the floor with the hands about shoulder width. Keep your fingers curled in. And 1 hand at a time, bend to the right wrist, come to the back of the right hand, bend the elbow as much as you need, and then lift back up onto the knuckles. Do the same on the left side, and come back up and keep on going back and forth. Now, if you want to back off the intensity, you can always bend the elbows deeper. Keep the fingers curled in the whole time. Be sure your hands stay balled into fists. If you want to make it more intense, you can try to straighten your arms as much as you like. Now, the next time you bring the back of the right hand down, keep it down. Come to the back of the left hand as well. Press the hands into each other. And just keep everything pressed in. Now, from here, take it down side to side. Bring the right elbow all the way down. Come back up the center. And then bring your left elbow down. And lift up and keep moving side to side like this. Now, each time you come back into center, try to straighten your arms as much as you can. And then just give it another round. Try to finish with your left elbow down before you come back up to center 1 more time. Hold here for a moment. And take an inhale. And with the exhale, just release. Come up onto the fingertips. And then down onto your heels. Shake your hands out a little bit. But we still got one more wrist stretch. So bring yourself back to all fours. Now wrists beneath the shoulders and knees beneath the hips to set this up. Palms down. Rotate your fingertips out to the side and then in toward the knees as far as you can go. Now set your hands flat. Spread the fingers wide. Dig your fingertips down. Press your spine toward the ceiling. Keep your spine lifted. And as you're gripping your mat, go ahead, circle your shoulders or your wrists just to feel this out. Keep your hands tense. Now, if you want to take this further, come into center, keep your arms straight, keep your spine lifted, but then tuck the toes of both feet, hover your knees up off the floor, keep your belly pulled in. Now, as you hold this, see about bringing your right knee as close as you can to your right elbow, and then step back. Left knee toward your left elbow, and step back, and just keep on going back and forth like this, one leg at a time. Now, belly pulled in, spine still lifted, fingertips are still gripping as you move. And then just give it one more round. Finish with your left knee forward before you set both knees down again. And then come up onto the fingertips and back down to your heels. Shake your hands out again. And then once you're ready, come back to all fours. Now from all fours, let's go ahead and take this down to a lopsided setup. Bring your right forearm down, but stay on your left hand. Right elbow to the side. Right hand moves into center, so that forearm's diagonal. Slide your left hand back. Stack the elbow above the wrist and keep it pulled in. Now just keep your chest facing down, bring your legs together, and then hover your left knee up off the floor and keep the knee bent. Now lift your left knee out to the side as high as you can. Fold the leg in. Left knee to the side, lift it high. Fold back in again. Left knee out to the side, try to lift it higher. Fold back in. Left knee out to the side, and fold back in again. Left knee out to the side. Now keep it lifted like this, keep your chest facing down. Now extend your left leg as straight as you can to the side, reach to the big toe. And hold that leg straight. Now reach your left leg back behind you. Big toe touches down past the edge of your mat. And then swing the leg out to the side. Left big toe down behind you. Swing the leg out to the side. Left big toe down behind. Swing the leg to the side again. Left big toe behind. And then out to the side. Keep it straight. Left big toe behind one more time. Swing this out to the side. And then set your left knee down. And come back up onto both hands. You can move around a little bit. But when you're ready, take it down on the other side. This time the left forearm comes down, but stay on the right hand. Left elbow to the side. Left hand moves into center. Slide the right hand back, stack the elbow above the wrist, and keep it pulled in. Bring your knees together. Hips stay stacked over your knees, and hover the right knee up off the floor. Keep your chest facing down. Lift the right knee out to the side high as you can, and then fold back in. Right knee out to the side again, and fold the leg in. Right knee out to the side. Fold the leg back in again. Right knee out to the side. And fold the leg in. Now right knee to the side, keep it lifted, and extend your right leg as straight as you can. Reach to the big toe. Keep the elbow pulled in. Now swing the right leg behind you, touch the big toe down past the edge of the mat, and then swing the leg out to the side. Right big toe down behind you again. Swing the leg out to the side. Right big toe down behind. Swing the leg open. Right leg down, right big toe down behind, and then swing the leg to the side again. Right big toe down behind one more time. Swing the leg out to the side, and then set the knee back down, and come back up to all fours. And just take a moment here and move around. Now once you're ready here, just bring your hands in toward the center of the mat, and see if the hands are shoulder width. Now dig your fingertips down to the floor. We're going to move into a flattened crow setup, so I want you to come up onto both feet. Lift your heels. Bring the knees outside your arms, but keep the feet in towards center. So let the knees go nice and wide, and squeeze your legs in toward your arms, using your thighs to keep the legs in contact with the arms like this. Now with your hips low, look forward, put the weight to your toes. Hover your hands maybe about an inch. We're going to walk this shape forward. So bring the hands down, and then bring the toes forward just a couple inches, and just keep on shifting your weight to take this to the front of the mat. Now keep the legs squeezing in. Try to stay low as you're moving here. Hold your shape. You're just moving a few inches each time. Once you make it all the way to the front of the mat, press in your hands and let the toes come back. And walk this all the way backwards. And again, just feel out that rhythm, how your weight's shifting from the hands to the feet. Keep your legs squeezing in the whole time. And it's kind of a hassle to hold on to that tension, I know, but that's kind of the point. Now, once you make it all the way to the back of the mat, go ahead, reverse direction again. Hands come forward, then your toes come forward. And we're going to end up back where we started, back at the center of the mat. And then once you come back to center, go ahead, sit your knees down. Come into all fours. And just take a moment here, move around, breathe again, stay loose. Now you can just stay here and breathe and take a break if you like. Maybe take another stretch before you move on. But whenever you're ready, go ahead, tuck your toes, lift your knees, hips up high, come into downward facing dog. Now, once you move into your down dog, take a look at how you set this up. Hands about shoulder width distance apart. Flatten your hands so you can feel some weight toward the base of your thumbs. And then sink your chest down low to the floor. As your chest sinks down, reach your hips up as high toward the ceiling as you can. Keep that long upward reach. Keep your core tense. Pulling through the belly and around the lower ribs to help lengthen your spine. If your legs are tight, let the knees bend. And you can always just pedal out and stay loose here. When you're ready, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bend the knees. Look forward, step to the front, take a ragdoll fold. Now, feet about hips width distance apart, deep bend in the knees, let your belly touch your thighs. Let your head hang, let your spine round, and let everything go long and loose here. Let the muscles of your neck relax. You can hang your hands to the floor, maybe reach to opposite elbows and shake this side to side if you like. When you're ready, just release any grip that you have. Keep your knees bent to begin, and then restack your spine. Just slowly round this up to standing. Bring your head up last. And then open up your palms at your sides. Now when you're ready, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands down to heart center. Now take a moment here to breathe. Set an intention. Let your mind clear. Find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your hands. With the next inhale, reach up high. And with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. Hinge at the hips, start with a straight spine. Pull, bend in your knees. Keep your core engaged, move smoothly, and then release at the bottom. Now with an inhale, lift up halfway, fingertips to the floor, or to your shins, lengthen forward through the crown of your head. And then with the exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Let's step it back to high plank. Find your shape. Sink the shoulders, palms press to the floor. Press the floor away from you. Press your spine up toward the ceiling and keep that lift. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, slowly shift your shoulders forward as the elbows bend. Keep your body in line, elbows pulled into your sides. Lower with control, all the way down to your belly. Now once you're down, flatten the feet out behind you. Hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides. And we'll go up and down through low cobra. So with an inhale, just peel up your head, neck, and chest. With the exhale, roll it down. Inhale, peel up again. And then with the exhale, lower. Now inhale, peel up one more time and hold that lift. Now keep the lift in the upper body. Press your feet down, squeeze your glutes. And then take the weight out of your hands. Elbows at your sides, pull the shoulders back and look forward. And work to lift it up even higher. Take an inhale. With the exhale, roll back down. Hands under the shoulders, elbows in at your sides. Press the palms down to the floor. And we'll take upward facing dogs. With an inhale, straighten your arms. Now pull your chest forward. Let your hips hang. Stay on the tops of your feet. Keep your legs active and lift your knees. To take it further, kick your feet down, squeeze your glutes, and pull your hips forward to deepen the arc through the front. Lift with your arms, lift with your shoulders. Keep your neck long, keep your chest pushing forward. Deep inhale. And with the exhale, pull your belly in. Hips high to down dog. Paddle out. Let your hips move side to side. Now from your down dog, inhale the right leg high behind you. And move into your scorpion dog. Bend the right knee, hang your right foot left, open up your hips. With an inhale, straighten this out, three-legged dog. And with the exhale, bring the foot back down, other side. Inhale your left leg high. Now bend your left knee, hang the left foot right, open up this side as much as you can. Inhale, straighten your left leg, three-legged dog. And with the exhale, bring the foot down. Now from your down dog to the frog hops, again, take it high or low. There's going to be 3. Land it lightly each time. Take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees. Look forward. Hop this forward. Land it light. Step it back. Hips up high. 2 more times. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend the knees. Look forward. Hop this forward. And then step it back again. Hips up high. 1 more time. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend the knees. Look forward. Hop forward. And this time, once you come to the front, step the right foot outside your right hand and slide the left foot back. Take this with a long lizard lunge stance. So right foot toward the upper right corner, ankle past the knee. Keep the right foot flat, keep the inner thigh squeezing in. And slide that left foot back, make the stance nice and long. Now take a half bind. Right arm crosses your low back, palm face away, but keep your chest facing the floor here to start. And then we'll just take this back and forth. Now push into your left hand, push into the right foot. Sink your hips down, pull your chest forward, look forward. And then draw your belly and hips up high. And then again, pull your chest forward, bring your gaze to the front. Pull your belly in and lift your hips. Again, draw your chest forward, look forward. Pull the belly in, hips up high. And then one more time, sink your hips down, bring your chest forward, stay low this time. Now set your left knee down, flatten the left foot behind you, kick that left foot into the floor. Squeeze the right inner thigh toward your belly. And draw the right shoulder back, open up your chest to the right. You're moving toward a twist here. Now keep the right inner thigh pulling in. And if you want to take it deeper, kick your left foot down. Maybe hover your left knee, but keep that left hip low. Keep the glutes engaged on your left side. And keep breathing here. All right, now from here, just set the left knee down if it's lifted. Square your chest toward the floor. Pull your belly in, back your hips up over your left knee. And we'll change this into a half split setup. The right arm is still bound. Bring your torso upright. Everything's vertical from the left knee on up, left hand to your hip here to start. Now with your right leg forward, lift the toes, point them toward the ceiling. Keep the right heel down. Now just square up the hips. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward, rotate the right big toe towards center. And keep that tension with the legs. Keep both feet pressing down. Now as you hold this, pull your right shoulder back. You're coming back to that twist. Your chest opens up to the right. Reach your left arm toward the front of the mat. And let's go back and forth holding the twist like you would in a warrior two. So when you're ready, just lean this back. Left arm reaches up and over. Keep both feet pressing down. And then reach your left arm forward. Extend this forward, but keep your right shoulder high. Again, lean this back. Left arm reaching up and over. Stay open to the right. And then reach your left arm toward the front. Extend forward over your right leg. One more time. Lean back. Left arm up and over. Right shoulder pulled back. Now lean forward toward the front, reach through the left arm, keep the right shoulder high, and then set the left hand down inside the right leg. Right shoulder still high, chest open to the right. Now see about taking this down lower. Maybe bend the left elbow. Bring your belly down to touch the right thigh. And you can always bend that right knee if this gets to be too much. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward. Keep your right shoulder high and keep breathing, but look for the stretch in the back of the right leg. Now take an inhale here. With the exhale, bring both hands down either side of your right leg. Bend the right knee, set the right foot flat. Tuck the toes of the left foot, lift your left knee, come into a low lunge, square up your hips. Now once you're ready from here, bring your hands to your hips and then just come to a high lunge stance. Bring your torso all the way to upright. When you're up, take a moment to adjust. Deep bend on the right knee, left leg towards straight, left hip pulls forward, right hip back. And then bring your hands to your low back, interlace the fingers. Left thumb over the right, so that thumb's closest to your, right thumb over the left rather, so that's closest to your body. Draw the shoulders back and keep your chest open. And keep your spine tall. Take it to the back leg. Dip your left knee down low just above the floor. And then lift back up, take it slow. Left knee low just above the floor, keep your spine upright. And then lift this up again. Now one more time, sink this down. Left knee just above the floor, hold here. And we're going to change this up a little bit. Now, lean forward to your right foot. Keep the shoulders pulled back. Press into your right foot, lift the left, come toward a warrior three. Everything lifted in line, maybe moving down toward parallel with the floor. But then bend the right knee, set the left foot down behind. And bring your torso upright, bring your spine to vertical. Dip your left knee down low, just above the floor, take it slow. Now lean forward toward your right foot. Press into the right foot, lift the left, come back into balancing. Bend the right knee, left foot down behind. Bring your torso upright one more time. And then bend the left knee, dip down just above the floor. Now lean forward toward the right foot. Push into the right foot, lift the left, hold your warrior three this time. Now maybe more upright, maybe more toward parallel. Try to keep your hips squared, shoulders back, keep your gaze forward. And then slowly bring yourself upright with your left knee lifted. Now, when you're ready for me, just cross that left leg over the right, and let's take this into an eagle bind with the legs. Squeeze the legs together tight, sink your hips down. You can always touch that left foot to the floor if you need to. Keep the arms bound, keep your shoulders pulled back, and keep your chest open. If you want to go further, let the hips go down low, but bring your gaze up high. All right, when you're ready, press into the right foot, lift your left knee, and then switch this out. Set your left foot down, come to standing with your right knee high. And bring your hands to your hips. Now, once you're stable, take a standing twist. Left hand to the outside of the right knee. Pull the right shoulder back, open up your chest to the right. And this is plenty right here. Keep your twist and keep yourself upright. If you want to go further, maybe reach your right arm back and open up. Maybe reach the left hand to the outside edge of the right foot and extend the leg. Just take this to where you can. All right, now take an inhale here. With the exhale, slowly turn back to center. Hands to your hips, right knee still lifted. And then just set that foot down. When you're ready, with an inhale, reach up high. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, lift up halfway. And with the exhale, bring your fingertips to the floor. Let's set this up in that flying lizard shape. So bring the right leg around your right arm. Right foot between your hands for the front step, both palms flat. And then bring the left knee to touch your left arm from behind. Now lift your right foot, squeeze the right arm. Go ahead, sink down to the right. This is enough, and you can stay with this. Feel that in the right inner thigh. If you're going to balance it, lean forward and lift your left foot. This is plenty. If you want to go further still, maybe at a half firefly, you can extend that right leg forward, reach to the big toe. Just take things to where you can go here. And then when you're ready, go ahead, take it to your Vinyasa. Let's take it to the other side. With your next inhale, raise your left leg high behind you. Bend your left knee, hang your left foot right, open up your hips as much as you can. With an inhale, straighten that leg, three-legged dog. And with the exhale, bring the foot down. Inhale the right leg high. Bend the right knee, hang your right foot left, open up on this side. With an inhale, straighten this out, three-legged dog. And with the exhale, bring the right foot to the floor. From your down dog to the frog hops again, there's going to be 3, high or low. Take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, hop it forward, land light. And then step it back, hips up high. Deep inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, hop this forward. Step it back again, hips high. One more time, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, hop this forward. And after that third hop, left foot outside your left hand toward the upper left corner of the mat. Slide the right foot back, make the stance long, make it wide. Left foot flat, ankle past the knee, and keep the left inner thigh squeezing in. Now take a half bind, left arm crosses your low back, palm facing away, keep your chest facing down here to start. And then when you're ready, let the hips sink down, pull your chest forward, look forward. Pull your belly and hips up high. Again, pull your chest forward, gaze forward. Draw your belly in and lift your hips. Again, bring the hips down low, look forward. Pull your belly and lift up high. One more time, draw your chest forward, keep your gaze forward, hold here. Now set the right knee down flat and the right foot down behind you. Pull that right hip forward. Draw the left shoulder back, open up your chest left, move toward that twist, and pull the left inner thigh toward your belly. Now keep the left leg active, keep the right hip low. And if you want to go further, kick the right foot down, maybe just barely hover the knee, but keep that hip sinking down, keep the glutes engaged on your right side, and keep your left shoulder pulled back. Hold here. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, just set the right knee down, square your chest toward the floor, pull your belly in, back the hips up over your right knee. Right handy hip, everything stacks up vertical from the right knee up. Now the left leg stays forward, coming back to that half split setup. Left heel on the floor, toes point up, straighten your leg. Dig the left heel down, pull the left hip back, and rotate the left big toe in towards center. Now keep both feet pressing down, and then open back up to that twist. So pull the left shoulder back with that bound arm. Your chest opens up to the left side, right arm reaches forward, palm open toward the ceiling. And again, with the feet pressing down, take it back and forth, go slow. So lean this back, right arm reaches up and over, gaze up high. And then reach forward over your left leg, keep the left shoulder lifted as you extend this. Now lean this back, right arm up and over again. And then bring it forward, left shoulder stays high, right arm forward. Lean it back one more time, right arm up and over. Press into both feet, reach that right arm forward, keep the left shoulder high, and bring the right hand down inside your left leg. Now keep that left hip pulling back, right hip pulling forward. Go ahead, bend that right elbow. Bring your belly down to touch the inner left thigh. You can bend that knee if you need to. Just pull the left hip back and breathe into the stretch in the back of the left leg. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, release this. Both hands down either side of your left leg. Bend the left knee, set the left foot flat. Take a low lunge. Tuck the toes to the right foot, lift the right knee, and square up your hips. Now, once you're ready, hands to your hips. With an inhale, come all the way upright. Let's take a moment to adjust. Deep bend left knee, right leg towards straight, right hip pulling forward, left hip back. Bring your hands to your low back. Interlace the fingers, left thumb over the right for real this time. And draw the shoulders back. Keep your chest open. Now take it slow from here. Dip the right knee low just above the floor. Keep your spine upright. And then lift straight up. Again, right knee low just above the floor. Keep your chest open. And then lift this back up. Again, right knee low just above the floor. Stay low here. Now this time, hinge from the hips. Lean forward toward your left foot. Press into your left foot. Lift the right. Come toward a warrior three. Maybe more upright. Maybe more toward parallel. Bend your left knee. Set the right foot down. Bring your spine back upright. Now dip the right knee down low, take it slow. And then lean forward to your left foot. Press into your left foot, lift the right back into balancing. And then bend the left knee, set the right foot down. Bring your torso upright one more time. Bend the right knee, sink low toward the floor. Lean forward toward your left foot. Press into your left foot, lift the right, hold your warrior three this time. Maybe more upright, maybe parallel with the floor. Woo! See if I'm balanced this here today. Try to keep your hips level, lower the right hip down, keep your gaze forward. And then slowly bring yourself upright with your right knee lifted and hands here. Woo. And then take this into your eagle bind. Right leg crosses tight over the left. Now squeeze your legs together. Let your hips sink down. Maybe touch the right foot to the floor. Shoulders pulled back. You can bring your gaze up high and keep your chest open if you like. All right, when you're ready, straighten your left leg. Lift your right knee. Set the right foot down, come to standing with your left knee high. And bring your hands to your hips. Now once you're stable, move into your standing twist. Right hand to the outside of your left knee. Pull the left shoulder back and open up your chest to the side. This is plenty here. Stay upright and stay twisted. If you're going to go further, you can reach your left arm back and open up even more. Maybe reach your right hand to your left foot and extend the leg. Still balancing. Turn back to center. Left knee lifted, hands to your hips. And then bring that foot down. When you're ready with an inhale, reach up high. Exhale, fold this all the way down. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fingertips to the floor. Let's go ahead and take this into flying lizard on this side. Left leg around your left arm. Left foot between the hands from the front. Bring both palms down flat. And then right knee goes to your right arm from behind. Lift your left foot, squeeze that arm, and sink down to the left. This is plenty right here. Feel it in the inner thigh. If you're going to balance it, lean forward and lift your right foot. If you want half firefly, maybe take this with a straightened left leg. Reach to the left big toe. When you're ready, take it through another vinyasa. All right. Now with your hips up high, let's take this right into Firefly. So just walk your feet forward to the center of the mat. Seat your feet a little wider than your hips. Bring the hands in close, but stay loose here. Keep your hips up high, keep your knees bent, so you're not stressing the hamstrings too much. Now, moving into Firefly, we are going to take this with this deep forward fold. So you're going to walk your hands between your legs. Now, as you do this, try to keep the fingertips pointed forward best you can. If you need to back off for the wrists, go ahead, rotate fingers to the sides, but no more than 90 degrees right or left. Keep the knees bent the whole time. When you're ready, walk your hands back. Pull your torso down between your thighs. You're trying to find the deepest forward fold, ideally with the shoulders between your knees. Now, as you come down, once you can't fold down any deeper, just look straight down. And then all at once, set your palms flat, bend the elbows, sit on your arms, and squeeze the knees to your shoulders. So you're trying to sit on your arms with your chest facing down, keep your butt up off the floor. Now, if you're sitting on the mat, you got to start all over again. But if you're still lifted, you got two choices here. You can bring the feet towards center, maybe hook at the ankles, and this is the arm pressure pose. You can use that hook to squeeze the legs in. This will keep you balanced. If you're going to take Firefly, it's without the hook. Legs still squeeze the arms, use your inner thighs, point to the toes, and you don't have to straighten all the way. Just take it to where you can. And then once you're ready, go ahead, set yourself down and come to a seat. So we still got one more entry here. We're going to do this from seated. And if nothing else, even if you're not going to take the full pose, at least come into this as close as you can for the hip opening. So as you're seated, just keep the knees bent, keep the feet wide, a little wider than your hips. And then start to come forward between your thighs. So you're working your forward fold from the seat. With both hands, take hold of your left leg, work that leg up your arm. And you're trying to get the knee as close as you can to the shoulder. Once the leg doesn't go any higher, press your left arm into your left leg. Left hand to the floor to keep that leg hooked. And then with your right hand, bring the right leg up onto your right arm. Now, keep your chest pulling forward between your thighs, and then just rock back and forth onto your hands. Each time you come forward, try to take that forward fold a little bit deeper. Now, we're going to try to lift this on 3. So when I say 3, point your toes forward, extend your legs, and squeeze the inner thighs. So from here, 1, 2, and then on 3, toes forward, inner thighs squeezing the arms. And ideally, if you time this right, you can lift everything up off the floor. It's definitely not an easy entry. All right, from wherever you are, just bring everything back down. And release, and just go ahead and shake your legs out a little bit. All right, when you're ready here, just come all the way down onto your back. And then once you're down, bring your knees into your chest, squeeze everything in tight for a moment. And we're going to take a supine twist from here. When you're ready, just release your left leg extended fully. Bring the left hand to the right knee, right arm out to your side. Once you're ready, tuck the left hip underneath, bring the right knee over to the left, and keep your shoulders down, look over to the right. Now, as you move into this, you're looking for the stretch in the outer right hip toward your low back. If you need more, you can press down with your left hand. If you want to take it further, you can extend the right leg out to the side. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just come back into center. Draw both knees in for a moment. And then switch it out. Go ahead, extend the right leg. Right hand to your left knee, left arm to the side. Pull the left knee across your body, tuck your right hip underneath. Both shoulders down, look left. And now feel the stretch in the outer left hip toward the low back on this side. You can press with the right hand if you need more. Maybe extend your left leg. Take an inhale. Now at the exhale, just bring it back to center. Draw both knees in. And then when you're ready, just release your grip and bring your feet down to the floor. And we're going to take a longer round of back bending here. Now there's going to be 5 lifts. So for the first round, I'm going to start this with bridge and then lead into wheel. And just take it as far as you like. For the next 4, it's your choice. Bridge or wheel. You can go back and forth between the poses. And we'll take a longer hold at the very end. So start this out. Keep your knees bent. Keep your feet about hips with distance. And bring your heels in close so your low back's basically flat. Arms at your sides, palms down. Keep your gaze high. Now when you're ready, with an inhale, press your feet, lift your hips, squeeze your glutes, and hold that lift. Keep the hips pressing up. To deepen your bridge, bring the hands underneath your hips. Interlace the fingers, pull the palms toward each other. Work your shoulders further behind your back to open up your chest even more. Keep your hands pushing down. Now this is enough and you can stay here. If you want to take this to wheel, keep the hips lifted but release your hands. Hands come down around the head. Once you're ready, press with your palms. You can lift to the top of your head first, but then straighten your arms and press your hips toward the ceiling. Let your chest open toward the back of the mat. Now keep your glutes squeezing. You can always lift your heels in either pose if it's too much on the low back, but then try to work the heels down. Hold that tension in your glutes. And if you're in wheel, try to reach to the floor. Let the shoulders crowd around your ears and open up your chest. When you're ready, bring this all the way back down to the mat. And just take a moment here, move around, breathe a little bit. All right, now again, we'll lift this 4 more times. So for either pose, seat the feet at hips width and start with your heels in close. For bridge, bring your arms to your sides, palm down. For wheel, start with the hands around your head. Now, when you're ready from here, press into the floor. With an inhale, lift your hips up, open up, and try to take this higher with each lift. And then bring everything back down to the mat. And then once you're down, again, just move around and breathe a little bit. And then go ahead, bring your feet into place, set them up close, and bring your hands where they need to be. When you're ready, press into the floor. With an inhale, lift this up, open up, use your glutes. And then go ahead, bring everything back down again. And again, just move around, loosen up. All right, 2 more times. Go ahead, reset your feet. Bring your hands into place. When you're ready, with an inhale, push into the floor. Lift your hips up, open up, hold here. And then go ahead, bring everything back down. And again, go ahead, breathe, move a little bit. Now last round, and we'll hold this one a little bit longer. So be sure your feet and your hands are where you need them. Once you're ready, with an inhale, press into the floor, lift this up, open up, hold here. Now keep your glutes engaging and lengthen your spine. Feel that tension along the length of the backside of your body. Let it open up the front and just keep breathing with this. Keep your breathing long and smooth here. And when you're ready, take an inhale. With the exhale, bring it all back down one more time. Once you come down, pull your knees into your chest, squeeze everything in. And then we'll take another version of that supine twist. When you're ready, just bring the left foot down to the floor. And then cross the right leg over the left tight. Think of this as an eagle bind here. Keep your legs squeezing. Now arms out to the sides. Once you're ready, tuck your left hip underneath you. Bring your knees down to the left side. Use the left leg to weight your right leg down and move into that twist. Look over to the right. Now feel the stretch in the outer right hip. If you need more, you can use your left hand and press your knees further down. But just breathe here as you're twisting. Take a deep inhale. With the exhale, just release. Bring this up to center. And switch it out. Reverse the cross. Right foot to the floor. Left leg crosses tightly over the right. Keep your legs squeezing. Once you're ready, tuck the right hip underneath. Bring your knees down to the right side. Both shoulders down. Look over to the left. Now let the right leg weight the left leg down. And if you need more, you can use the right hand to press the knees further down. But just breathe into the twist on this side. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, bring it back into center. Uncross your legs. Bring your knees into your chest side by side. And let's take happy baby. Reach between the knees. Take hold of the outside edges of your feet. Stack your ankles above your knees. Draw down. So press the knees toward the floor outside your ribs. Push your feet up into your hands at the same time. Just keep the tension working up and down. Try to flatten your spine. And if you want to take it further, maybe rock a little bit side to side. Even further, you can extend your legs out against your grip. Now finally, when you're ready, take a deep inhale here, draw it down as much as you can. And then with the exhale, just release. Extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And then just let your eyes close here and let your body settle down into the mat. And then let yourself move here bit by bit, fingers and toes, arms and legs. Take a deep inhale here, reach your arms out long past your head. And then draw things back in, bring the elbows toward your chest, pull your knees up as well. And find your way up to a comfortable seat. Ground yourself into the mat, stack your spine. And then bring your hands up to heart center. Take a deep inhale here. Hold on to at the top. And just let everything go. Thank you for joining class. Namaste.